All right, here is our second video for math, and this is going to get you ready for our test tomorrow on topic 11. So I have 4 different problems here that I'm going to work through these questions are not on your test tomorrow, but you will have questions like these. The first one is adding fractions with like denominators. That means the denominators are the same. You can write them going either way you want, vertically or horizontally. The denominators are already the same, so you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is add or subtract the numerators. So this is a subtraction problem. Don't be fooled on the test. Make sure you look at your sign and know what you're doing. I've got 3, take away 1. I know that is 2. My denominator stays the same, which is 4. Now again, this is a good answer, but it would not be an answer on the test. If you were taking a multiple choice test, you would not see this. If you were doing a short answer test where you have to give the answer, you would get this wrong. You have to put this into simplest form. So, right off the bat, I know that 2 and 4 are both even, so they can both be divided by 2. So I've got 2 divided by 2, that gives me 1, and I have 4 divided by 2, which gives me 2. Now this is simplest form. So that problem is done. Very simple. Okay, we're going to go over to LCM, least common multiple. So we need to find right here the least common multiple for 6 and 8. Now remember, the way to do that is to make factor trees. So 6, factor tree, I know that 2 times 3 is 6. Those are both prime, so I circle them. Now I have to do a factor tree for 8. I know that 2 times 4 is 8. 2 is prime, 4 isn't. I have to break down 4 again. I know that 2 times 2 is 4. Those are both prime, so I circle them. Now, just like Mr. Dewey told us, I have to find the matches. I have a 2 over here. I have a 2 over here. I cross them out. I write it down. I don't have any more matches. Oh, I have a 3 over here, and I don't have any 3s to match it with over here. I can't mark off these 2s. Yes, there are 2 2s, but they are both coming from the number 8. I don't have any matches on this side with this side. Now, I'm not done at 2. I have to write down all of my other prime numbers and multiply them to get my least common multiple. So I've got this 3, I'm going to mark that off. I have this 2, mark that off, and I have this 2. Mark that off. Now, to find the least common multiple, I found my matches, I wrote it down, and then I wrote down all of the other prime numbers. So now I have to multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 is the least common multiple between 6 and 8. Okay, I'm going to move my board over. I've got 2 more problems to show you. Can you see that? I've got my helper in the background here. Can you see these?
A little bit.
Okay, all right. So now we're going to go into adding fractions with unlike denominators. This is something else that's going to be on your test tomorrow. Now, I'm going to show you both ways to do this. I will do it the butterfly way, and then I will do it the regular way that I taught you to start with. So butterfly way, I make my butterfly wings, I make my butterfly wings, I make my butterfly tail. 9 times 1 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. 9 times 3 is 27. Once I've got all those filled in, I know that I'm adding. I look in my diamond and it says adding. I add 6 plus 9. I know that is 15. I just move my denominator over. I have 27. Now, I know this is not in simplest form because 15 and 27 can both be divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 27 divided by 3 is 9. I know this is in simplest form because there's no number that will divide into 5 and into 9. Okay. That was the butterfly way. I'm going to do the same problem the regular way. So let me rewrite the problem. 2/9 plus 1/3. Now, I have to find a common denominator. The two things I could do are multiply my denominators, or I could find the least common multiple of 3 and 9. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make a factor tree for 3. Ah, it's already prime. I don't have to do anything. A factor tree for 9. I know that 3 times 3 is 9. I circle those. Now I've got to make my matches. 3 and 3 match up. I don't have any more matches, but I do have a number that's circled, so I have to multiply that as well. 3 times 3 is 9. Awesome. That is going to be my common denominator. Now, I have to look here at my denominators. I say 3 times what is 9? Oh, that's 3. I have to do the same thing to the top to make an equivalent fraction. 3 times 1 is 3. I look at these two. I say 9 times what is 9? That's 1. So I have to do 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Now I add my numerators. 2 plus 3 is 5. 9 is my denominator. I get 5/9. Same answer that I got before. It doesn't matter how you do it, you're going to get the same answer. Okay, I'm going to do one more problem, and this is subtracting unlike denominators. Subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. I'm just going to do it the butterfly way. I think it is so much quicker. Takes up less space. All right, so the first thing I have to do is make my butterfly wing, make my other butterfly wing, and make my butterfly tail. Okay, I've got 10 times 3, that's 30. 9 times 5, that's 45. 10 times 5 is 50. Now, as a reminder, I'm subtracting. 45 take away 30. I know what it is in my head, but if you don't know, it's okay to do a little side problem. 45 take away 30, 15. Okay, so 15, and just move it over. My denominator is 50. Now, I know that that is not in simplest form because I know if a number ends in 5 or 0, it can be divided by 5. So I've got 15 divided by 5, that's 3. I've got 50 divided by 5, that's 10. Simplest form? It is in simplest form. There's no number that can divide into 3 and into 10 evenly. So I'm going to box that baby, it's in simplest form. Now, those are 4 different things you're going to need to know for tomorrow's test. Study them. Don't worry, well, not don't worry, double check yesterday's video if you need to review how to add or subtract mixed numbers. So this is what you're going to need for tomorrow, as well as adding and subtracting mixed numbers, but you can look at yesterday's video for that. Good luck, study hard, and we'll have our test tomorrow.